Hello there, Tracy Williams here. Your partner in believing. See, I believe and know that you can turn the possibilities of your dreams into realities. I'll tell you how I know that. When I was 19, I was taking a look at how the life that my family had experienced, and realized that I wanted really different results than they had gotten. And I knew that in order to do that, something needed to change. And that something was inside me, that there needed to be some personal transformation. I began studying personal transformation when I was 19. And let me tell you that over the years, there were many times when I became so disappointed in my personal progress that even though I believed that this stuff that I was studying worked, I questioned whether or not it could actually work for me. You see, somehow I believed that my baggage was way too heavy to leave behind, and that I was one of the very few people that this stuff didn't work for. Do you ever feel that way? Disappointment can be a part of everyone's life, but the great news is that this stuff works, and it works for everyone. Think about it this way. Let's use this as an analogy. There aren't some houses on the street that can be wired for electricity and others that can't. It doesn't make any sense. Every house can be wired for electricity. Every individual has the opportunity and the capability of creating whatever it is that they want and leaving behind whatever it is that they want to leave behind. It took me a while to understand this, and I remember how excited and relieved I was to know that I could truly change my results and that I absolutely could live a life that I would love living. What I discovered for myself was that, using electricity as the analogy, electricity is always there, but if the wiring is not correct, that you can't get connected. Does that make sense? That's a real visual for me. I hope that it is for you as well. So I had some of the components of transformation. I was using them. I was using them randomly, if you will. But I wasn't completing the circuit, or I wasn't completing the circuit all of the time. And much of the time, I wasn't completing the circuit at all. And when disappointment over my progress showed up, I would go into this doesn't work for me mode. And sure enough, I'd end up getting the same old results that I got way back when I started. And that could snowball into this stuff doesn't work. And it put me right back in a place where, you know what? It wasn't working for me because I wasn't connected. This is a perfect system. It works 100% of the time, just like electricity, if the wiring and circuitry is correct, works 100% of the time. And it works in our favor, or it works against us. Progress might be slow or rapid, depending upon our application of the tools of transformation. I don't know, maybe I'm a slow learner, but I finally got it. And when I did, my life began to unfold in a much, much different and a much more desirable way. So if you're feeling disappointed in the results or the progress toward your dream, here's a few things to contemplate, a few things to really get curious about. Are you in love with your vision? In love with your vision so much that you're not going to quit, no matter what, until you're living it. Is your vision out there in someday land? Is it a wish or a hope or a fantasy that you don't really believe can be yours? Or are you living from that vision? Are you spending time imagining that it's already happened? Are you interacting with it in that way? How often are you interacting with that vision, with that dream? When you find yourself disappointed, do you stay in that place of disappointment? Or are you able to realize that this is just what it looks like when it's all coming together? Life happens, life will happen, and there's an opportunity for personal expansion in every one of life's events. Are you stacking your wins? Thinking about what it is that you have done, thinking about what it is that actions that you have taken, or are you shitting on yourself? I should have done this, I could have done that, that wasn't good enough. Which two of those piles are you increasing the size of? I hope it's you're stacking your wins. Are you able to love and accept that part of you that is where you are right now, even if it's in a very stuck place? Are you able to love that part of you? Are you keeping a gratitude journal? It's a powerful, powerful tool for staying in alignment with how this universe works. Are you in a structure of support that's able to guide you and mentor you and support you when life happens so that you can stay on track and get back on track easily? Because very often we can't see ourselves in the frame, and having a structure of support is the most powerful way to stay in line. To stay in line. Every person that has ever achieved extraordinary things has been in a structure of support. We're creating all the time. We can't not create. What we create is within our power. Observe your outer results. If they're not quite what you desire, it might be time to take a really close look at where the disconnects are in the circuitry and get them reconnected. So here's to your power to create a life that you love living.